very good day to Sir Sobri and to all fellow viewers. My group consists, my name is Danialnaeem and one of my team member is Nabil. And my part, I will be discussing from A to E and Nabil will discuss forward from F to G. So basically, this assignment tasks were asked for the design program to run a statistical analysis for students for short marks. Listed in the text file was given before, which is the TDB2013 CW.txt, and the file will contain several variables. So let's go into the program. This is the header of the file, which is include IO stream, F stream, hash, algorithm, vector, IO menu, and using the namespace std. So this is the structure of the file. This in terms of student, this is function, okay, and then int and then there are 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 variables, which into int sequence, id double assignment, double lab, double project, double test 1, double test 2, double total. Okay, let's move forward in reading and getting the data from the file. We will use the if stream file, which will get every of the data from the file. So this student S means the overall student inside the file, while this tanda seru f.uf means that while it doesn't reach the end of the text, it will continue read this line in 32. F, this dash sequence, this one means that in each of the column, means like this is for the sequence, like number, this one for the ID, this one for the assignment, lab, project, test 1, test 2, and total, as can be seen inside the file itself. So let's say this thing failed, it will push back the file again, so it can maybe try to run again. Okay, moving forward to converting the grade into corresponding character. This is where we're using the function where the grade will change automatically to I mean, like from a number to a character. So by doing so, we can see this grade grade is equal to divide by 100%, which like here, if like the grade is more than 80, and it will give a, if the grade is more than 60 and less than 80, if we give the return B. And let's say if the grade is more than 40, it will return C, else it will return D. Okay, we continue with line 65. What this void assessment mark is doing, it is calculating the number of students who score A grade, B grade, C grade, and D grade. Since there are only 4 categories, that's why we only set the array of 4 size and set to initialize 0. From line 68, for student S is equal to double.st, means that it will run throughout the file from start to the end, and it will scan each word by word, line by line, but only for test 1 part, since we already mentioned here is like s.test1, means it will read only the test 1 column. So it will going through every student, and what we are doing is we are converting and grade it on test 1. Based on the basic of grade, we are incrementing the which index we have to increment in the array of size, where array of 0 means A, array of B means C, array of B means A, array of 2 means B, array of 3 means C, array of D means 4. So that's what I say. So from here we can determine the percentage of how many people got an A. So basically, if let's say this is A, then we got 0. So if we put A here, it will return 0. So 0 means A, right? So A is equal to 100% divided by the array of 0 divided by the total of the student test 1 list. So we get the percentage of how many people got in A inside test 1, and will follow by, since less than 4, so we will follow by how many people got B, C, D. So same go to test 2. However, we should reset counters first, because just now we used the same library, so we need to set the array of 0, 1, 2, 3 to 0, so it doesn't, how to say, clash up and maybe replace the data before. So same as last time. So same way as last time. For student S double dot st means that it will go through from the beginning of file to end of the file. However, this one is for S test2, so it will read only the column for test2. So by same as before, if it's array 0 means A, so A minus A is give 0, and then same as last time. Okay. So from there we can get the how many people got an A, B, C, and D for test 2. As for question marks, also there's no difference. The difference is only that where do we get the column from. This is one is S total, and the rest of it is the same as the step as I mentioned before in line 65 until 74. So question C, students who obtain the mark below 60 will call for an intervention program so that they can improve for the next assessment. Identify how many students will undergo the intervention in the form of percentage improvement test 2. So basically in this part we use the function of percentage of interview, and by using the int count is equal to 0 for student s double dot st means that it will again read the file from the first until the end of the file. And if in the column of test 1 the value is less than 6.0, then only it will plus the value. So by doing so, we are able to obtain the percentage of students called for a TOC program. This one divided by the total size of the student. So as for question D, we need to compare the overall result of test 1 and test 2. We can analyze them. So this is a comparator function used by sort function to sort the students array based on test 1 result, which is this one, which will return to s1 dot test 1 less than s2 dot test 1. And again, a comparator function used by sort function to sort the students array based on test 2 result, return s1 dot test 2 less than s2 dot test 2. Again, compare the overall result of test 1 and test 2. This analysis aims to observe which assessment students scored better. The comparison is conducted through 3 different analyses, which are mean, median, standard deviation. So for test 1, so basically this is like a basic formula where we used here, which we already learned in the class every time. So so by using the formula of this is the formula for mean, and then this is the formula for median. This one is for standard deviation. Standard deviation need to divide by total size and then need to square root the number, so we can get the value of test 1, and slash t means that we got the we got tab here, and then slash median and standard deviation we got the value here. As for test 2, we will get basically the formula is same, just that the change is here as test 2, test 2, test 2, and test 2. So we got the value of median, mean, and standard deviation for test 2 and test 1. As for question E, students who scored below than 40% of the total course mark should be barred from taking final exam. List down the student who scored total course mark below than 40%. So by using the function of barred student list, and then showing the display of students ID who will be barred from taking final exam, like the loop will continue from again, beginning of the file at the end of the file. And if the column of total is less than 20 for the overall of the file, then it will show out the ID of the student who are barred from taking the final exam. So basically that's it for the part E. So for the question F and G, where the student who did not assessment will get 0 for each assessment, my friend Nabil will explain this later. So now we continue to the main function, where we use vector, student of structure, and then the read data function, and upstream, where we'll produce a new file, a new text file to store the data we obtained from the program, from the codes above. And this is the assessment mark function, percentage of interview function, test mean median standard function, and batch studies function, and taken assessment list function. And then from here it will end until here with close. This one is for the next part, I believe. So now let's see the location of the file, where here so now there is no recommended text anyway. So after I run the program, sorry, compile run, so after a few seconds I believe, and done, therefore there is new here report TDB2013 report text and recommended. So for my part only, I will explain about the report text. I will open this one. So from here we're able to obtain the percentage of how many people scored A. So for this one, there are 10.9% people who got A, and there are 62.7% of people who get B, and there are 26.3% and for people who get C, and there were no one got D, luckily. So for test 2, there are obvious increase of people who got an A, where there are 45% people got an A, and 34.8% got B, and 15.33% got C. However, there are now people who got D, which is 14.6%. So for overall of total coursework mark, there are 30.7% people who got A, and most of them got B, which consists of 62.8%, and there are a minor of C, which is 5% who got the coursework mark, and there are only 1.5% people who got D in the total coursework marks. So this is the percentage of students called for activation program is 26.3. For test 1, the mean is 6.6, median is 6.67, standard deviation is 1.07. For test 2, the mean is 6.9234, median is 7.5, standard deviation is 2.3 at 061. The students' IDs of whom will be barred from taking final exam is 21626 and 1 and there were no student who didn't take test 1, and there are 2 people who didn't take test 2, which is 21609 and 21626. So I believe that's all from us. Or if there is any question, just please leave it in the comment below, and thank you. And again, I just want to say that we cannot have done this without the GA support, lecturer support, and we conducted some help from the forum at c++.com in order to make this program successful. So thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. Very good evening. I beg to my teacher and my fellow friend. So my name is Muhamad Nabbil from Petroleum Engineering Science, and for this second assignment I will explain the question F and G. So without wasting any time, let's go. So for the question F, the question asks us to do the assessment that students who did not do assessment will get 0. For each assessment, identify students who did not take the assessment. So for the program, we will use for if loop structure for each of the assessment. For example, we write this program to identify the student that did not take the first assessment, and we can see the result in reports text file. So for example, we use for if structure to determine the students that didn't take the test 1. Here for if, and here is the test 2 for the second assessment, and we can see the result in the in here. Student who didn't take the test 2 is, which is 2%, which is 21609, 216 21626, and we can see there is more detail in here. Here the students didn't take the second assessment, and here the student didn't take the second assessment. For the question G, the question wants to us to look the total coursework mark. Students will start planning and estimating their final exam mark so that they can achieve the total final mark that they aim. Generate another text file named recommender txt that will help the students to plan for their final exam marks. The file will recommend the minimum mark that the students need to score to achieve the target grade. The grading system is shown in part A. So here is the part A, and so for the program, we use the file structure, array and loop structure, which is for if and else if loop. We can see the result in this new recommender text. So for the program, here we use the array and for loop and else if loop. I get this program from the forum in internet, and we can see the full result of this question in this new recommender text file. Here is the result. So for example, the student 21609 total coursework mark is 29 or 29.63, which is it is impossible to target for the second